Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
Hey everyone, Chris Brown here with your TGIF edition of the ClarkCountyToday.com video update. Another 32 people in Clark County have tested positive for COVID-19, bringing the total to 2,534 confirmed cases and 49 fatalities. 20 people are hospitalized with a confirmed case, and 6 other suspected cases are currently in Clark County hospitals. And one other quick note, we reached out to Clark County Public Health regarding the updated testing guidance from the Centers for Disease Control, which said people who've been exposed to a known case should not get tested unless they show symptoms. Now, Governor Jay Inslee said on Twitter that such a change would cause the state to miss thousands of new cases and allow the virus to spread in our communities. Clark County Public Health says their recommendation follows the state guidelines, which is to seek testing if you've been exposed to a known case, even if you're not currently experiencing symptoms. Out in Lacamas, supporters of the police planned a rally for this afternoon, prompting Black Lives Matter activists to plan a competing protest nearby. Our own Paul Valencia and Jacob Graneman are covering both events for us. A Vancouver civil rights attorney has filed a lawsuit against Washington State Patrol for what he alleges was the facilitation of a mass gathering on June 19th during a Black Lives Matter protest that shut down the interstate bridge southbound for nearly an hour. That suit, filed by Angus Lee, claims that by facilitating the closure of a federal highway, WSP helped people violate Governor Jay Inslee's Stay Home, Stay Safe proclamation. Lee is seeking a court injunction against WSP to prevent the agency from any similar action in the future. According to an email complaint from a WSP captain to his superior, the day before the mass gathering, WSP circulated a 15-page action plan entitled Interstate 5 Protest Closure Action Plan. Lee also defended a battleground woman who opened her pet grooming business in defiance of local and state restrictions. The city of Vancouver later dropped charges against Kelly Carroll in that case. Evergreen Public Schools and its 1,800 certificated teachers have reached a deal over plans for online-only education. The Memorandum of Understanding was delayed after the Evergreen Education Association's executive board voted down a deal on August 18th, citing concerns over a requirement that teachers return to a physical classroom after September 21st. Now, the district wants to be able to have small groups of students, especially those at high risk or with special needs, to be able to meet with teachers in person at least once a week. Under the deal negotiated and approved Thursday, teachers will be able to work from home after September 21st if they wish to do so, and will be given a 48-hour notice if they need to come into a building to work with students. The district is also working to allow flexibility for at-risk teachers or those with family members who may be vulnerable to COVID-19. Evergreen students are scheduled to begin online-only learning next Tuesday. Of course, the first day of school for districts all over Clark County will look different in many ways this year. Without the usual excitement in the hallways at Ridgefield's Southridge Elementary School, Principal Jill Nienhaus wanted to find a way to recognize the teachers for their hard work, even as they all worked far apart. So, inspired by the yard signs that recognized the 2020 graduates at Ridgefield High School, Nienhaus decided to do something similar for Southridge teachers. She contacted the Parent-Teacher Association to get the idea in motion. The PTA quickly sourced and ordered 51 colorful yard signs with messages telling teachers how much they're appreciated. Teachers were also given a goodie bag with hand sanitizer, candy, a stress ball, bottled water, and a $10 gift certificate to a local coffee shop. Nienhaus hopes the signs will remind people of all the hard work teachers have put in and help the teachers realize how deeply they are appreciated. Well, despite warning signs, it appears the urge to cool off in Round Lake and Lacamas Lake in eastern Clark County is too strong for some folks with this nice weather. Clark County Public Health has posted signs warning folks about toxic algae in the water and urging people to avoid prolonged contact. But as you can see in this footage we captured earlier this week, plenty of folks are ignoring the warning. The county health department says their enforcement capacity is extremely limited, but people could be exposing themselves to health risks, including nausea, vomiting, and intestinal issues. Dogs are especially at risk from the toxic algae. And currently, the situation is far worse at Lacamas Lake. Toxicity levels there change day by day or even hour by hour. At Lacamas Lake, about 70% of samples taken this summer have exceeded the acceptable threshold, sometimes at a level of 10 times the acceptable limit. If you simply must get in the lake, try to avoid algae-based foam and make sure you don't swallow the water. Well, the city of Battleground is cracking down on people illegally parking or even abandoning their vehicles. The city wants to warn people that vehicles left on public streets for more than 3 days are considered abandoned and could be towed and impounded. The owner would have to pay any fees and fines. Officers are working initially to try and notify folks that own those vehicles first before towing the car. Officers are conducting increased enforcement with a focus on voluntary compliance, but they're also applying fines and impounding vehicles to address non-compliance. So you've been warned. And that wraps up this Friday edition of the Clark County Today video update. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see when stories are posted and share your own thoughts about what's happening in your community. You can also send us story ideas and feedback via email. Super easy, news@clarkcountytoday.com. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks so much as always for watching. We'll talk to you again next week.